Hello, welcome. What is good, everyone? Tone here, ready for some more Dominion with our Dominion Daily series. And I believe I said last time that we would turn the tier level up to 5. So let's see what that entails here. So we have... How many new cards does it look like we have here? 49 cards? So roughly 50 new cards and a few new mechanics. We have coffers. Some cards can give you plus coffers. This is coin that you can save until you want to use it. During your turn, you can convert any amount of coffers tokens into coin. You can spend the coffers the same turn you get it, including your first buy phase. For example, spices give you 2 coffers when you gain it. Okay, I've played with these before. These are pretty straightforward. The only real thing to grasp with these mentally is I think the UI is probably more confusing than the mechanic. But yeah, it's basically, it's money you spend, but you don't have to spend it. You can save it. Lackeys. Surprised they don't introduce debt at the same time as this, but maybe having both of those is confusing in the same game. I don't know. Debt is like the opposite of coffers. Let's see, villagers. Some cards give you plus villagers. These are plus actions that you can save until you want to use them. Okay, I think I'm seeing a theme here. Villagers are basically coffers for actions. During your action phase, you can convert any amount of villagers into plus action each. Normally you'll use them one at a time. For example, lackeys give you 2 villagers when you gain it. You might on some turn play lackeys, draw a smithy you can't play, and then use one of your villagers for +1 action so you can keep playing cards. So another thing that these offer is they can give you coin or actions once, instead of like every time as their use as well. Although I guess this could just say when you gain this, get +2 coin as well. It would achieve that same thing. The coffers let you use them later. Alright, exile. Each player has their own exile mat that cards can go on. Exile card means to put it into your mat. If the mat card was in this... Okay, so before I read this, I think how I remember exile is working is if you exile a card, it gets removed from your deck, and it goes into an exile's area. If you gain another card, that's the same one. So if you have one exiled and then you buy another one from its supply pile, I think you can get all of your exiled cards back, is how that works. So let me see. Each player has their own exile mat that cards can go on. Exile a card means you put it on your mat. If the card was in the supply, this doesn't trigger when you gain this abilities, but the card is still yours for now. Okay, so if it immediately gets exiled from supply to your exile map without being in your deck, then it doesn't count as gaining it. That's what that's saying. But the card is still yours for now, for example when counting score. So if you exile provinces, you get to keep the victory points. I believe is how that is what that's saying. When you gain a card, you may also discard all copies of it from your mat if you want. So yeah, discarding them basically takes them out of your exile mat and puts them into your deck via the discard pile. You can't discard just some of them, it's all or none. Yeah, here, if you could exile an estate from your hand, it's like getting rid of the estate since you'll never draw it, but it still counts for your score at the end. Okay. This is simpler than it sounds, but yeah, there's like a lot of like edge cases they have to explain there. A lot of the times this is just if like a lot of times like this is an attack, so I'm assuming that this exiles your player's card or opponent's cards. A lot of times exiling a card is kind of like removing it from their deck. They can get it back though at a penalty of having to gain another one. Reactions. We've already seen some reaction cards actually. Market Square is a reaction. Reaction cards are blue, and they have an ability that is used at an unusual time. Often you reveal the card from your hand to use the ability. Actually, Moat is a reaction too, one of the base cards. So I guess this is just like adding a bunch more reactions to the game. For example, Sheepdog lets you play it whenever you gain a card. It might even be another player's turn. Okay, we know reactions. All right, so that's a quick overview of, I guess, what the tier 5 cards will be adding into our games, and let's jump into a game then. By the way, if you guys would like to support this channel and my other related projects, you can do so over at patreon.com/Tonehack. Feel free to check that out. The only new card here I recognize is Camel Train. Yep, it has Exile on it, so it must be from tier 5. Exile a non-victory card from the supply. When you gain this, exile a gold from the supply. Interesting. So this is like, sort of like, it lets you exile a card so you can gain them back later. What do we... 3 copper. What else is on this board that we want to do? And trash. We have Carpenter again. We've been seeing them a lot lately. Throne Room is always good. Okay, they resigned. They were perhaps very impatient. Didn't want me to spend 30 seconds figuring out my opening there. Okay. Now, some people just also hit play when they're like aren't actually ready to play for whatever reason. So who knows why they might have resigned. Alright, well, we get a new game then. Recruiter looks new here. It's the only new card I recognize. +2 cards. Trash a card from your hand. +1 villager per coin it cost. That does a lot. I like it. Trashes, which is really nice too. I don't see anything else here that says trash on it. So I think we want to get to that. I think I'll probably open with Wandering Mistral's an okay open as far as villages go. I think we'll go Envoy Silver. Envoy draws the 5 cards in your deck, and your opponent discards 1, and we get to take all the rest. It's a lot of draw. They took Ironworks, gain a card costing up to 4. It's a gainer. That is really good here. I want to get Envoy first though, because I want to consistently be hitting 5 here, and I think Envoy will help us do that. Because I could see ports, minstrels, villages, Ironworks, Envoy are all good 4-cost cards to gain with Ironworks. For 3 here, I want to grab another silver. I want to hit 5 so I can grab like some labs and recruiters. Probably just recruiters with how many villages are on this board. They gained a gold already, which is interesting. Look what Envoy did. We have a ton of money. It does mean we have 2 estates and a silver here in our draw pile, I think. So next hand we're not going to get more than 4 to spend, at least in our opening hand. I'm gonna grab the recruiter. I want to start trashing. Heck, I could have bought a province that turn. Which might not have been a bad idea, because there aren't plus buys on this board. we do the other estate as well. We'll go ahead and grab a village this time. So the port is like interesting. It only costs one more, but you get it's like having 2 villages instead of 1. Crash the copper. I think I'll grab. I'm gonna get an ironworks this time. Let's grab a lab. Lab is pretty good here when we're drawing 5. I do want to get like 2 ironworks and another recruiter, and then I think our deck will be cruising pretty good here. I think lab just makes everything else we do pretty good here. Ironworks might have been better than the lab though. Honestly, I'm not really sure. Because right now we can only gain like 1 card per turn, but Ironworks changes that. So they choose which card we do not get out of this with our envoy. I'm probably deciding between that silver and that recruiter. Dang, we're getting a lot of money with these envoys. Too bad we don't have buys. Alright, let's grab an ironworks here, I guess. Maybe I should just be buying provinces. I would have 2 provinces already. Maybe like quote-unquote big money envoy is way faster than I realize it is. Feels like with just a few silvers and coppers we can start buying provinces with the envoys. I'll just grab our second recruiter that turn. So I have 2 recruiters, an ironworks, and an envoy. We have a lot of terminal actions, so I really need to start getting some more villages to play those actions. I'm gonna grab a port with the ironworks then, which gives us 2 of those. Oh, witch's hut. I think I'd rather have a lab. They have 0 action, so they actually can't play any of these action cards. So the only thing that they can gain here... Oh, they have villagers, actually. Sneaky villagers. I'm gonna take the cellar from them. Yeah, so they use one of their villager tokens to play the port. I think I'll discard their ironworks. Recruiter is interesting here, because you draw 2 cards, and if you see one that you want to play, you can trash something with value to get the villager tokens to play it. It's a cool wrinkle. Yeah, I want a few more envoys in my deck too. Yeah, I think I didn't realize how powerful Envoy is here just for getting provinces. Like they had like way too much coin in their deck right now. Like that means like their deck is constructed poorly here right now as well. We'll trash this estate so that I can get some village tokens here. Do it again. I have to buy province to keep up right now. Do I still only have 1 Ironworks? I guess I do. I was gonna say I've only gained 1 card off of Ironworks, which feels way behind where I wanted to be right now, but that explains a lot if I only have 1 of them. I think that early laboratory probably actually was a mistake, and I think I probably should have grabbed more envoys by now. I'm pretty sure I only have the 1 in my deck. I was underestimating this for some reason, but it's 4 draw. It's kind of incredible. I wasn't ready for how early the buy province phase would be here. So they use the villager to play their port. I discarded their envoy because I felt like that was their best chance of getting a big turn going. They have 2 actions. I don't know. I guess I'll discard the silver. They have like 3 gold in their deck though, or 2 I guess, so I think they're gonna hit province no matter what this turn. Yeah, they were over by 3. So I play Ironworks. I have to gain something that gives me an action. Which is fine because we were going to buy an action anyways. And I think we grab the envoy. And then I'll play an envoy with a villager. Actually, no, I didn't even have to use a villager to do it. I think them removing this lab is the worst thing they could do for me. Do I even play a village here? I think I have to. Okay, that did not pay off, so I just wasted a villager. I only have 7 here. Do I want a gold of all things? No, I can't want a gold, right? I'm gonna grab another envoy. I feel like I'm way behind on the draw here to get some consistent hands here without having more trashing done already. 0 actions and 2 villagers for you. I'll discard that port. Perhaps I should have kept that gold out of their hand. I think they have so many actions and envoys that they're gonna get enough to buy a province no matter what. So I feel like I probably lost this round, and I think it's because I undervalued the envoy. Honestly, our opponent did too. I feel like our opponent could have like 2 extra provinces by now if they built differently. And I skipped 2 turns early where I could have gotten a province just to build more, which seemed... because I thought this was going to be a longer game than it is. I think this game could have ended like 3 turns ago with someone hitting 5 provinces. This seller is actually pretty strong with the envoy too. The envoy just fills your hand with cards, and then you can cellar the ones you don't like to get more. He probably removes the envoy. I wonder if I have enough coin in my deck to even buy a province right now. Two, three, four. Yeah, we do. Trash one more copper and still be able to. Okay, discarded my envoy, which we don't need. What am I down by here? I probably can't even afford to trash an estate, can I? Down by 17. I'll probably resign after their next turn, because I don't think this game is going much further. I think I can trash one copper here. But yeah, so I completely overestimated how much time I would have to build my deck. It should have been a sign when I was drawing 8 on like turn 2, like 3 and 4, I think. Like, what were those early turns where I played Envoy? It's not... I don't see where they are, but I had some early turns where I had 8 to spend. Oh shoot, it's my action. This guy probably hates me for spending time on this screen. It's okay, he spent a lot of time last time I did that too. But yeah, here, I'm just gonna resign here. Oops, I didn't mean to hit OK there. I wanted to look at the board. That's okay. Yeah. This card's kind of busted, actually. And I kind of knew that, but I haven't seen it in a while. I saw it recently. I don't know if it was on a game that I put up on YouTube here. And I was like, wow, this card... And I underestimated on that game as well. But that because before that, I hadn't seen it in a long time. I guess part of that's because I hadn't played in like a month. But this card is kind of busted. And I think when it's on a board, especially if there's actions, it feels like you can win with just those two pretty readily. Like, Envoy Big Money seems like a really strong strategy. Like, you know what? Let's do some quick science. This is at same kingdom, playing against the bot. I was like, look, we can build with Ironworks, and I can trash with Recruiter, and it just happened that none of that was actually necessary for this deck. I actually wonder if Village is good here. I think we do want to gain a silver, because now we have 9 money in our deck, so we can buy provinces. Let's see, Lord Raddington, the bot, knows how good Envoy is. They're playing Envoy Big Money, actually. That's what they're gonna do. 3 here? I think I do grab a village. I can play an extra Envoy, even though I don't have one yet. Yeah, Ironworks does look really good here. I can just buy golds and provinces while gaining envoys and villages every turn. I just grab a gold this time, so I'm like really likely to hit province. Let's hit that Ironworks this time. Oh, I drew 4. This is the hand I would have wanted to buy the Ironworks. So this is what I was waiting for, but I wasn't sure if it was ever gonna come. That's okay. I can grab another envoy with this, or maybe port would have been better first. They already bought a province on turn 6. 4 here again, wow. Grab a port this time. Grab an envoy. That refunds our action on the Ironworks. We'll play another envoy. And that's 8. We start buying provinces. Like, Envoy is just so much draw that like even the coppers end up being good, it feels. Not this time. Oh, I have 3 envoys in my deck. Let me grab more ports, I guess. Yeah, like they were able to buy a province off of that hand. They actually had 12 to spend off of that, jeez. We'll go ahead and add another envoy here. We'll play envoy. Yeah, this is way better than whatever I was doing last time. Getting one recruiter in there somehow so you can get a villager to avoid turns like this feels pretty decent as well. Here's another turn where I just got an envoy. But look, I have 3, 4, 5, 6 already. If I see 3 coin in these next 5 cards, which is likely when I have so many coppers. Oh, not this time. I was gonna say I can buy a province anyways. We're about to get beat by Lord Rat playing this strategy, though. I don't think they did anything different than us. We're both just doing the same thing. Yeah, look, they're ahead of me by 7. I got beat by the bot. What does that say? Did they do anything different than us? They opened with Envoy Silver. That's the same thing we did. They bought a gold with 6. I only got 3, so I bought a village. Then they bought another gold. I bought a gold. They bought a recruiter. I don't think they ever used it. Okay, they did. So having that... Well, they didn't get that till turn 9. There were a few turns where if I did have a villager, it would have like... I would have been able to pop off, but I wasn't able to because I drew like an envoy, no actions. So they grabbed a recruiter and I got an ironworks. Maybe the ironworks wasn't very good. No, I think we got value from that. Because we gained like, I think multiple envoys and ports from that. This was bad though because I think we got the ironworks on a turn. Can we have more money on this turn? Right, I had 3 coppers. I drew a copper. Then I put 3 more coppers into my hand. So I had 7 total. I don't know why this is only showing me playing 4. Oh, because I didn't play everything in my hand. I wasn't revealing that I had 7 to my opponent here, so it's only showing 4. But yeah, I had 7 here, so buying an ironworks here was not good because of that. But I didn't think I'd ever have a turn where I wanted an ironworks in my deck. I knew that. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get a turn where I, you know, got less than like 6 in a turn again. But then it happened next turn. So we would have been way better off if I bought like a gold here and then my ironworks this turn. So this turn was essentially like a bit of a dud. Yeah, and they started buying provinces. Interesting. I don't think there's much here to learn from one round like that. But, yeah, what did our final decks look like? They had 2 envoys and a recruiter. Damn, they beat me with that? 4 gold. I have a lot to learn about these weird big money decks, I guess. And what turn was that? 14? I didn't see what our last game went to. It was like 19 or something. I think you consistently win around this point. Playing this strategy. So I think both me and my opponent should have just been doing this last time, but didn't appreciate how good the Envoy was. Well, there's some science for you. We learned a little bit about Envoy here, so I'll leave that here for now. And hopefully we get to see more tier 5 cards as we go. We're just getting a light drip here of like 1 per game so far, so it's not like overwhelming or anything. It'll be fun to see these new cards. Yeah, I'll leave that here for now, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.